Welcome to Can Do Canine's Spring 2024 graduation. I'm Jeff Johnson, the Executive Director here at Can Do Canines, and we are so thankful you're joining us today to celebrate these 16 new life-changing partnerships. We want to thank all the people responsible for making today happen, but especially the hundreds of volunteers and inmate handlers who gave a part of their lives training and loving these dogs. Without this support, we wouldn't exist as an organization. We're excited for you to meet these new teams. Mary Sue Kruger, a longtime supporter and former board president of Can Do Canines, will be sharing their amazing stories with us. Thank you for your support, and I hope you enjoy our Spring 2024 graduation.
Carol was an enthusiastic training director of a group home for people with Alzheimer's until chronic pain and weakness from a degenerative joint and disc disease caused her to give up her work. Enter Yellow Lab Mix Riva, Carol's mobility assist dog. Riva helps Carol with tasks that have become daunting or dangerous, everything from picking up whatever Carol drops to helping with laundry. Riva also helps her stay active. Carol says, "I used to love going for walks, but I'd become afraid to go alone. With Riva, I'm getting outside nearly every day, and it's so wonderful. I'm slow, but she's okay with that." Carol adds, "The future looks a whole lot brighter. I'm doing things I didn't think I could do again." The two even enjoy an occasional dance together. Carol's grateful to Can Do Canines, saying, "They raised and trained an amazing dog who's changed my life." Congratulations to Mobility Assist Dog Team Carol and Riva. Kim enjoyed a 44-year career in the military, but his experience left him with mobility challenges and hearing issues that limit his movement and affect his balance. Trixie is Kim's hearing and mobility assist dog. The sweet yellow lab is constantly by his side, alerting him to the important sounds of everyday life. Kim says she loves answering the phone. When his wife Eileen calls on their Echo device, Trixie gives him a nudge and an expression as if saying, "Your wife is on the phone." Kim says Trixie's also very thoughtful, noting the specific way she brings his cane to him. "She picks it up in a certain way so I can actually grab the soft handle." Kim adds, "When you can't do many of the things you used to enjoy or be as active as you were even 10 years ago, it takes some purpose out of your life. I feel like I've gotten a good part of my life back with Trixie." It's such a wonderful feeling. Congratulations to Hearing and Mobility Assist Dog Team Kim and Trixie. Seven-year-old Kiki is an outgoing child who loves to be the center of attention and doesn't mind sharing the spotlight with Black Lab Farmer, her autism assist dog. Snuggling with Farmer helps Kiki manage her emotions. Touching his fur and stroking his silky ears calms her. Interactive play helps Kiki bond with him. She loves to teach him new tricks so he can perform in the videos she loves to make. Kiki's mother, Kayla, says it's wonderful how Farmer fills her time. Kiki's also something of a social butterfly. She strikes up conversations with anyone she encounters. Kayla says it used to be so hard to go to stores. She's a lot more confident taking Kiki out now that Farmer's on the job. He takes his Cape State training seriously. Kayla says Kiki would see something of interest and walk away from me. Now, Farmer won't let her leave my side. He keeps her safe. Congratulations to Autism Assist Dog Team Kiki and Farmer and their family. Walking was a challenge for Karen long before having her right leg amputated below the knee in 2020. Falling was a regular occurrence, despite Karen's numerous mobility aids. Now Eula, a yellow lab mix, helps prevent those scary falls. But Eula does more than keep Karen upright. Karen says, "All the jobs she does really help me get through my day much easier than I could on my own. Without her, I would have had tons of falls. I couldn't walk far or go outside walking at all. Eula has changed my life for the better." In the 3 months they've been together, Karen has fallen only once, and Eula was right there to bring Karen's wheelchair to her. Karen says, "I love Eula so much. She's been an angel in my life to be able to help me so much every day. Eula makes my life so worth living. It looks like everything is falling into place to make this a special long-term partnership." Congratulations to Mobility Assist Dog Team Karen and Eula. Courtney's hearing impairment doesn't keep her from working as an RN and being active in her community. But she relies on Black Lab Lark to alert her to important sounds she can't hear. When someone says Courtney's name, Lark will alert her and lead Courtney to the person who needs her. Courtney lives alone and can't always hear someone knocking on the door or a smoke alarm going off in the night. Lark alerts her to these and other important sounds by giving her a gentle nudge. Having Lark by her side gives Courtney greater peace of mind. Being out in public is easier, knowing that Lark will let her know if someone comes up behind her or if there are other important sounds that Courtney might miss. Courtney appreciates all the work that Can Do Canines and its volunteers do. She's grateful for the help Lark gives her and wants everyone to know how helpful and generous Can Do Canines has been to her. Congratulations to Hearing Assist Dog Team Courtney and Lark. Mark received his first mobility assist dog, Uno James, in 2010 after a terrible accident that changed Mark's life forever. It was a wonderful partnership, but eventually Mark needed a successor dog and was matched with Yellow Lab Titan. Mark is unable to move his head in any direction. Any type of bending induces vertigo and nausea. He no longer works. Simple chores like doing laundry and picking up dropped items are challenging. Titan is constantly by his side to do those jobs and many others, helping Mark get through his day with minimal discomfort. Reflecting on the positive impact Titan has had on his life, Mark sums it up this way: "Injuries can be life-changing, but so is a dog that helps with the disabilities that occur with the change. Even though my life still isn't normal, Titan makes it so I can live a life that's closer to normal." Congratulations to Successor Mobility Assist Dog Team Mark and Titan. Jan's type 2 diabetes led to neuropathy in his hands and feet. He explains, "I can't tell when I'm holding something, so I drop things a lot. Balance is also an issue. Logan is his mobility assist dog, who picks up whatever Jan drops so he can avoid bending over and risking a fall. When they're out, Logan activates push plates to open doors. At home, this helpful yellow lab gets Jan's cane, shoes, and other items. Jan's also spending more time in the kitchen. I love to cook and bake. Before Logan, I'd cut back on that quite a bit. He's especially impressed when Logan doesn't even bother licking the spoons he picks up off the floor. Jan says, I really want to let Can-Do Canines know that when they give these dogs to people, they're not only giving them an assistance dog, they're giving them an angel. But instead of wings, these angels have paws. Congratulations to Mobility Assist Dog Team Jan and Logan. Geraldine's first hearing assist dog, Benny, served her faithfully for 13 years. 2 years after Benny passed away, Geraldine was matched with a successor dog, a black lab named Quinn. Geraldine says Quinn loves to work, saying, she lets me know when I drop something, when someone's at the door, or when my timer goes off. I was always hyper-vigilant to see what I couldn't hear. It was so exhausting. Now Quinn makes sure I hear what I need to, so I can relax. If I hear noises at night, I don't have to be frightened and look all around the house, because now I know if someone comes to our home, Quinn will always let me know. Geraldine says, I feel like I have a life again. Quinn is so happy all the time and loves to do things or just cuddle. She's a gift I receive every day as she loves me and helps me. My life is so much more with Quinn. Congratulations to successor Hearing Assist Dog Team, Geraldine and Quinn. Levi has cerebral palsy. When his first mobility assist dog, Dempsey, passed away last year, Levi applied for a successor dog and was matched with a yellow lab named Surly. Levi uses a power wheelchair and lives an active life, but he can't be as active as he wants to be without Surly's help. When Levi drops something, Surly's right there to pick it up. At home, Surly helps Levi take off his shoes, jacket, and gloves. He also helps with household chores, allowing Levi to conserve energy for other things like cooking and going out with friends. When they're in public, Surly opens doors by pressing push plates. Levi says, I'm thankful for Can-Do Canines every day. Even before Surly, Levi never felt forgotten thanks to regular contact about how their search for the right partner was going. He adds, it's a privilege to have Surly. We try to set a good example and be the best team we can. Congratulations to successor Mobility Assist Dog Team, Levi and Surly. Barry is deaf and legally blind, a rare combination called deaf blindness. For 13 years, he navigated his challenges with the help of his first beloved hearing dog, but at her passing, he lost his alert system. When Barry got Golden Retriever Benny as a puppy, he decided to apply to Can-Do Canine's owner-provided hearing assist dog program. His decision was life-changing. Today, Barry can depend on Benny to protect him from danger. Benny's ability to hear and then lead Barry to the source of important sounds allows Barry to navigate his life safely. Barry says, life with a certified assistance dog has been fantastic. Not only is Benny a great partner, playmate, and companion, but he's fun to be around. Knowing that he can have Benny with him wherever he goes has given Barry back his freedom. Congratulations to owner-provided Hearing Assist Dog Team Barry and Benny. Ruth has a rare condition known as complex regional pain syndrome. In addition to constant pain, her balance is compromised. Black Lab Gina is Ruth's mobility assist dog. In addition to retrieving items she needs and picking up dropped items, Gina brings Ruth greater peace of mind. Ruth's pain can prevent her from opening a door. Alone at night, she was afraid she couldn't get out if there was a fire. The relief that Gina brings is even measurable. Ruth notes, "For the first time in 23 years, my blood pressure is perfect." Gina's custom training includes lifting Ruth's legs onto her bed, easing her transition to lying down and generally making life easier. Gina seems to anticipate whatever Ruth needs. "She's more incredible than I thought she'd be," Ruth says. "She's literally changed my life. With Gina's help, I can do a lot more. She's the most amazing thing that ever happened to me." Congratulations to Mobility Assist Dog Team Ruth and Gina. "11-year-old Alex has a superhero in his life. Yellow Lab Marvel, his autism assist dog. Alex's mom, Tamara, describes her son as smart, kind, and funny. But when you have a child with autism, she notes, every day is a struggle. Tamara says, "We wanted an emotional support for Alex that would help him feel calmer. When a change in routine threatens a meltdown, Marvel gives Alex a safe place to pour out his emotions. Hugging Marvel helps Alex get the physical touch he needs. He's more willing to do things when he can do them with Marvel." She adds, "Alex has a heightened fight or flight response and will often run and hide. We wanted a dog who would keep him safe when he wanted to run." Just seeing how many things have changed, both big and small, is amazing. Marvel is life-changing for Alex. Marvel can support and help Alex in ways that, as parents, we cannot. Congratulations to Autism Assist Dog Team Alex and Marvel and their family. Longtime Can-Do Canines volunteer Katie never suspected that she would be matched with her own mobility assist dog. But Yellow Lab Virgil is now a constant, helpful presence in her life. When Katie's muscle spasms cause pain, Virgil self-applies as a heated, weighted, soft blanket that always brings relief. He retrieves her medical bag when needed. If she needs more help, Virgil will alert Katie's husband. Katie is a lawyer who works from home. Virgil helps her manage her chronic pain, neurological issues, and fatigue caused by a number of medical conditions. While Katie concentrates on work, Virgil concentrates on picking up whatever Katie drops and helping with household chores. With Virgil by her side, Katie feels more independent when she leaves her house. Deeply grateful, she says, "I feel freer and lighter now than I have in a long time." Congratulations to Mobility Assist Dog Team Katie and Virgil. Nora was diagnosed with MS in 2004. She managed her condition well until balance and numbness became serious issues. Black Lab Lambo is Nora's mobility assist dog, who helps her navigate her changing world. In a serendipitous twist, Nora is a dedicated Green Bay Packers fan. Lambo got his name through our Name a Puppy program from a donor who is also a dedicated Packer fan. Lambo opens and closes doors for Nora, turns the lights on and off, helps with laundry, and retrieves dropped items for her. He braces to help her rise from a sitting position and offers pressure therapy on her legs when needed. Lambo gives Nora hope for the future. She says, With MS, you never know. He gives me more confidence in my fight. What he can do for me and with me is going to develop as my needs change. That is really hopeful. Congratulations to Mobility Assist Dog Team Nora and Lambo. Victoria was born with a genetic disorder that progressively affected her hearing. She notes, "Without my hearing aids, I can't hear anything." But her condition made hearing aids painful to use. Enter hearing assist dog Seiku, a sweet yellow lab who's now Victoria's alert system. Whether it's a phone, a door knock, or the smoke alarm, Seiku's on the job getting Victoria's attention. If they're outside together, Seiku lets her know when another person is approaching. Victoria says, "If she's looking a certain way, then I look that way. I'm trusting her to show me that there's someone there." If Victoria drops her keys without realizing it, Seiku will immediately stop. Victoria says, she looks at the keys, looks at me, nudges me, and waits to pick them up when asked. Victoria adds, "Seiku is helping me in a million ways, always looking for what's next." Congratulations to Hearing Assist Dog Team Victoria and Seiku. David lost the use of his legs after a near-fatal fall during a bike trip. Niles is David's mobility assist dog, who is helping this outdoor lover regain his independence. David has limited use of his hands and fingers. Reaching down to get a dropped item taxed his body and his patience. With his yellow lab handling the pickup duties, David says, "I've realized now how much it's benefited me to have him." Niles is also a superior doorman. Pulling a door open while propelling forward in a wheelchair is hard to navigate. Niles is happy to help so David can conserve time and energy. David's been able to access the outdoors again thanks to a lever-driven mountain trike. With Niles by his side, the two have resumed exploring local trails and lakes. David says, "I'm grateful to everyone involved in bringing this magnificent dog to me. It's truly life-changing." Congratulations to Mobility Assist Dog Team David and Niles.